Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Jason Stirbinskis. He is the managing director at Los Cerros Limited. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is LCL on the ASX. And Los Cerros will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13 through 16, 2022. For more information, please go to precioussummit.com. And with that, Jason, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Good, thanks, Robert.
Very good. So this is our first time doing an interview together covering Los Cerros. So can you start us off with that quick overview and history of the company?
Sure. So we are ASX listed, the ticker's LCL. We're entirely focused on the Mid-Cauca porphyry belt of Colombia, which hosts many multi-million ounce discoveries. If you can name Colombian gold discoveries, chances are they sit on the Mid-Cauca. And we're in a prime area of the Mid-Cauca, two project locations, the Andes project and the Quinchia project. Most of the focus over the last few years has been intensive drilling at the Quinchia project, which has resulted in generating a new resource. So Quinchia now has 2.6 million ounces, grading a gram per ton.
Very good. So then what would you say makes Los Cerros and the projects that you have going on in Colombia unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Yeah, sure. I think one of the biggest opportunities or strengths that we have is where we're located. There's an area of, the Mid-Cauca Belt in its entirety is very, very prospective, but there's an area called a flat slab around us where we have our licenses that has produced some very significant multi-million ounce discoveries. And for a junior to be sitting on some prime properties in that area is quite spectacular. And that's evidenced in what we've been producing in terms of drill results. We've had drill results over the last 2 years that consistently rank in the top 10, occasionally the top 5 drill results for any company listed on the ASX, or for that matter, occasionally listed on the TSX. We're producing globally significant results starting from surface.
Very good. So, and what was your background prior to Los Cerros?
I'm a geologist, but I moved into management via an MBA quite a while ago now. So this is the 5th time I've been at the helm of a junior, mainly in gold and base metals.
And then to close us out here, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's near-term value catalysts that folks should pay attention to?
Well, the biggest milestone of recent was generating that 2.6 million ounce resource, grading a gram per ton. Now, the catalyst for that was completing the drilling at Tesorito to bring that resource into the broader Quinchia Resource. So that's the most recent but most significant milestone. What that means now is we're transitioning into a development sort of phase of work. We're still having exploration running in the background, but we've also now have this additional phase or additional line of activity around development. So the first step of that was the metallurgy of Tesorito, understanding the potential to extract the gold from Tesorito. That generated some very encouraging results on 2 fronts. Both the recoveries were strong, good recoveries for the gold, but also it's about as simple and conventional process that you can possibly get. It's a simple crush and grind to 75 micron, which is very typical for a porphyry, and then a very conventional leach absorption circuit. So very, very basic, very simple, common process. Where we are now is going into the PEA. So with the knowledge of the metallurgy of Tesorito and of Miraflores, which is the other contributing deposit, adding to that 2.6 million ounces there, 800 meters apart. Now that we have the metallurgy for both, it's a case of going to the PEA, going forward. The first phase of that, which will be completed this year, hopefully, is to assess the optionalities, because we do have a lot of options to consider here about just how we approach those resources, plant sizings and all those sorts of things, particularly at Tesorito, because Tesorito is unique in the porphyry world in that the actual causative porphyry itself, the actually intrusive body that has generated this gold occurrence, breaks the surface. Now, normally they're very deep, but this one actually hits the surface. So we have some incredibly high grades starting from surface, 3 gram per ton, and similar for tens of meters and occasionally hundreds of meters. And so there's this beautiful looking potential starter pit with high grade material in it. And so we need to look at these permutations of, do we size for the starter pit? Do we combine the Tesorito starter pit with Miraflores, which is 460,000 ounces just near it? Or do we go all out and build a big plant to accommodate 2.6 million ounces? So that first phase, that optionality, is where we're transitioning to now.
Very good. So with that, Jason, where can our audience go and find more information on Los Cerros?
loscerros.com.au. We're also on Twitter. There's a lot of videos out there. You can go to our media, the digital media page of our website, and you'll see a lot of media, me mainly discussing our projects and what we're doing on the ESG front.
Very good. All right. Well, Jason, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And we'll see you in Beaver Creek.
Thanks for your time, Robert.
Absolutely. Again, Los Cerros will be presenting at the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 13th through 16th, 2022. For more information, please go to precioussummit.com.